Chef Cell was recorded on a cell phone in front of a fake audience.
Hey guys, Chef Cell right here. They're over there. Whoa, what's going on? Chef Cell's crazy cooking show here. We're going through the alphabet and we're going through the states of these United States. One by one, the 50 most Googled recipes. We are now in the M's, as in Maine. You probably all know what's coming. Now, before we do this, I want you to do a couple things. Number one, please subscribe right there and hit the bell. We are growing. We have subscribers in the thousands now and what they call view hours. So you guys must be really bored. It's just fun, that's all, you know. Speaking of fun, I want to keep this fun. A lot of people are going to write in anyway. You know, the Maine Lobster Roll is nothing like you are showing us. I don't care. Let me tell you why I don't care. Because this is what Maine, as a state, has Googled. They didn't Google Maine lobster rolls. Actually, some of them did, but we're not doing that one. They just said, hey, how do you make a lobster roll up here? You know, just because I live here doesn't mean I know how to make all the lobster rolls in the world or something, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the Maine version, my Maine version. Look, I like my lobster hot or warm. I like it on a nice bun, and I like it with buttery, garlicky sauce dripped over it, and that's it. That's it. We're not going to do the Connecticut one. That's more like a salad. It's cold. It might have some chopped up, the celery in there with mayonnaise. That's okay too, but I like it this way. And Maine, you're going to love this one. So if you want to write in and say what the real one is, that's okay. We'll just ignore you. Only kidding, Maine. Only kidding. We need you. Come on. Without you, we'd be 49 states. Okay. I got myself a 2.5 pound lobster, 2.25 actually, check that. And I'm going to show you after it's done. I'm not going to show you lowering the poor thing into the water. You know, I get it. I almost didn't buy the thing because it was like playing cards with its friend in the tank. It was like, you know, yeah, right, yeah. You better hit me on that one, right? I'm not going to do it, okay? But I am going to show you it right before cooked and right after cooked and show you what I'm doing. Cooking it. So, big old butt pot and just about an inch of water, and you could put a little shelf in here with holes in it. They sell them little, you know, it's called a steaming shelf. You can put that in here. I didn't do it. I was going to put it in the water, and it's kind of like a braise. If you know, you can cook people that make you know, pork ribs and things like that. I'm just going to steam it with a little bit of water, and I'm going to go for 2.25 pounds. I'm going to go around 18 minutes, probably down to 15 minutes, because I'm not going to cook it all the way through. There'll be more cooking after I make this garlic, that's grated garlic, and butter, that's 3/4 of a stick of butter, sauce, which is going to drip over it. Plus, I'm going to saute the semi-finished cooking lobster in that sauce. And I have some rolls here. You want to get the rolls? I think that I got these from Pepperidge Farm, whoever they are. It's hot dog rolls, but I split them on the top. Sometimes the machine misses, so I have an extra one just in case. I don't know how many this is going to make. It'll make 2 or 3 really, I like to really load them up. You know what I'm saying? So you probably will too. So I cut the edges. I saw this from a gentleman who was cooking these things, and he cut the little edges off here, the sides of it, just a little bit, about 1/8 of an inch, see? Because it's going to make a nice surface to kind of brown it up with some butter here. On a grill, you can do it in a frying pan also. I'll show you how to do that. So let me get the water going, and let me get the cooking process done and over with. When you're done, after 15 minutes, it's going to be bright orange. That's when you take it out, immediately put it in a big bowl of ice water. Stop that cooking. All right, so I will be back. So there she is, all cooked. It went 15 minutes. And if you see this, I don't know if I can get this on here. You see what that color is? It's a little bit jiggly, but that's okay. It's cooked. It's cooked. And that's where you want the meat to be too. So you can kind of gauge it by looking at that green area. And you can always throw it back in if you don't feel like it's cooked enough, if you're not having one of these delicious little treats that we're making. But otherwise, this is where you want to be, okay? So I'm going to show you how to deshell the parts that are going to go into these lobster rolls. You're going to go with the claws, the knuckles, as they say. See the knuckles here to the claws, the different spots, and the claws themselves, which are pretty big. It's pretty cool. And of course the lobster tail. So, you know, butter, a little garlic, maybe a little lemon in there, and put it on a nice toasted buttery bun. God. Speaking of which, I have my grill going here, and I'm going to melt my butter. I told you, about 3/4 of a stick, chopped up, sliced up, steels, and about 3 nice size garlic cloves, and just grate them up on the little zester thing. And it's really pretty simple. You mix it all together, pour it over, cook a little bit of the lobster meat in there, in that butter mixture, in a pan that I have ready to go. I mean, here we go. All right, so let's take this stuff here. I'm gonna get rid of these torso pieces. Torso pieces? You know what I mean. And keep a little of that juice here in the bowl for anybody in the family that likes to kind of, if my dad was around, boy, he'd be like, don't you throw a piece of that stuff out, I'll throw you out. And my wife also likes that stuff, so we'll leave it around. Well, like I said, we might save it for some flavoring. And now I'm going to go with this beautiful tail here. And there's a lot of meat. I'm going to bring it over. See, there's a lot of meat here sticking out at the edge of this tail. And what I did was I just grabbed the tail close to the body and twisted. Came right off. That's another signal that she's done. She's done cooking on you. So we're going to take these legs off. And if you want to get the meat out of the legs, it's very simple. Some people like to stick it in the mouth and pull it out. Or you could just take a rolling pin and roll it out. Laziest man up front. Okay. You want to get some chicken shears, chicken cutters, and make sure a lot of the water's gone, otherwise you're going to have a big mess once you start cutting it up. And you want to go right up the center of this membrane part here. I don't know what you call it. And just kind of cut it. You can take a knife, but be very careful. And the cool thing is to get it out in one piece. Now what you want to do is take it, push up with your fingers, and just crack it. And if you want to do it this way also, whichever way you want to do it is fine. Finger in all the way between that meat and that spine there, and just kind of clip it out. Just clip it out. Don't be afraid to get in there, man. This is lobster. He doesn't care, trust me. All right, put that back in the bowl for now. And I have a nice piece here, right? All right, let me just get some of this off here, otherwise the cats are going to follow me around for weeks. Okay. And I like nice pieces, so you do what you got to do. I'm going to go cut it in half first. And now I'm going to go 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. And don't squish that knife down. Let the knife do the cutting, or you're going to squish your meat. 2022, everything goes, right? And again, the other half. Okay? And now we're going to pull this claw off. And this is a little bit tougher. Nutcracker always works good, okay? If you can't get that squeezed, you put a towel over it and just give it a little bang, you'll be fine. Did I say that? I give up. I just give up. All right, try to get it out in one piece. And this is exactly what we've done. Oh man, look at this. I know. You could stuff it in your mouth and chew it and swallow it if you want, but try to be patient. And we're going to cut this up too, right? Now there's a little bit of a cartilage in here. You want to pull that out. And now you got just pure claw meat. And I cut that just in 4 pieces. See, I mean, I'm making a big deal out of this. I want this stuff to stick out of that bun. I want you to know basically what you're eating. You know, if you start saying things like, what's that, lobster in there? What's that, lobster in there? No. You want to go, oh my God, who needs to go out to a restaurant? Yeah, you make it at home. I'm telling you. Go for the bigger lobsters if you can swing it. You know, even if you just take one, because you're going to get big, juicy chunks of meat with the pound and a quarter. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I save up my money and I try to do it the right way, right? And again, with the other claw, just break it off. Comes off really easy because it's kind of cooked. Same thing here. We're going to use a cracker. So let me crack this up, slice it up, and I'll show you what we got. And there you go. That's a bowl of magic right there. See how big the pieces are? You can go smaller if you want to stretch it out a little bit. But I'm not in the mood to be stretching anything. So I'm going to tell you, this is going to make at least 2 really full ones. You can maybe get 3 out of it. All right, so I have my butter going. See, it's melted just from the heat in the kitchen already. We have it on a low heat. And remember, I have this grill on here, and you're going to have a frying pan over here if you don't have a grill or a grill top, whatever you got. And we're just gonna take these buns, and you see these edges? See these edges I made? Just cutting off a little bit. It gives it a nice brown. So we're going to stick that on one side, and then the other side, brown her up in that butter. Let me get this garlic in there and mix it around. And you don't really want to be cooking anything. Maybe, you know, if it starts to lose its white color on that garlic, that's when you want to stop, because you don't want burnt garlic. Do not want it. After all this work you did and the money you paid for the lobster, you know, and all of a sudden you got this burnt garlic. What are you, out of your mind? All right, so let's let this go. All right, so the butter is melted. The garlic is, I'll call it off-white. And I have it in a little bowl. I decided I'm just gonna put a little bit back in this pot at a very, very, very low flame. And just give it a little bath, this lobster meat. Just give it a little bit of a bath. But don't, you know, mix it like you're freaking trying to make butter. Just calm down, calm down. Fold it. We're gonna get into a folding thing. I know you guys hate that word. Oh no, that was moist. So, little butter, garlic butter. Yeah, I like that. Not too much. Get that meat in there. And just fold it around. That's all. Fold it around. Really all you want to do at this point. Get it covered, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not soupy. It's just surface area-ing. Another word I made up. Get your own cooking show. Make your own words up. And you'd be really So that's all it's doing. And now that I see that it's all ready to go, a little bit of this lemon juice, maybe a teaspoon, half a teaspoon, teaspoon. Lemon goes a long way no matter what you're cooking with it, okay? And again, you don't have to do the lemon if you're a purist. I don't even know what purists are anymore with this kind of thing. And no salt. Trust me, this thing lives in salt, you know? It's a salt water fish. I mean, what part of that do you don't understand? All right. So we're happy with this. We're going to turn it off. And now, remember, we had this grill going, so I want to get these buns covered with this delicious mixture here. And just slightly wet it and stick it down. I'm going to do 3 of them. And we'll weigh it down here. You should get one of these things. It's a weight. You know, if you want to do bacon, you want to do something like this with the buns or toast, push it down. You know, just push it down. I'm telling you. All right, let this go. Flip it, scoop it, eat it. And now you just take this delicious stuff and pour it on these buttered, grilled buns. And I will show you what you are left with, you poor thing. Yeah, well, this is what you get, okay? Buttery, delicious, toasted roll, little bit of lemon. You can pour a little bit more of that butter garlic sauce over it, but I want to keep it pure. Maine, you did it. Thank you, Maine. This is probably one of my top 5 recipes from our 50 most Googled recipes by state. Look at that claw sticking up. Oh my God. Anyway, please subscribe right here. Thank you again, Maine. I mean, you really are great. Folks, subscribe. That's the big one. Hit the bell and you'll get the next one. And now, before I take a delicious bite and inhale it, one thing and one thing only remains. Instagram.
You trying to get me to lose my temper because I'm about to put you through that goddamn window.
Okay, here we go, man. Whoa. Do I offend? Oh, guys, that was really the stuff right there. Anyway, I am Chef Sal. Thank you so much for watching. This is Chef Sal's Crazy Cooking Show. Come back next week. We're going through the alphabet. We're going by state. Let's go and do it. And I am going to be back next week. Take care.